Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Gemini, for your meditative session, you guys got the Condor. You're too enmeshed in the situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. Honestly, what I was getting with this was this really aggressive vibe, and I feel like it's because you really want something badly right now. That's what I'm getting, like an aggressive, like, it felt like kind of like a clutching, like a claw, right? But it was like a bird claw. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, it was like them grabbing something really like tight and not wanting to let go. And then this card speaks a lot about like letting go of any attachment to an outcome of a situation. So I feel like there's something that you really, really want, right? And because you really, really want it, you're trying to like put yourself in it, right? Like you're like, I feel like I get it. It's like, if I really wanted something, I would put like 100% of my energy into it. I would put 100% of my like efforts into it. And they're telling you that you're doing the right thing. Like if you do really want something, you should give it 100% of your like energy when it's present. But when it's not present, I feel like they're trying to tell you like, there's no way that you can control an outcome of a situation, right? It's like you can't, it's like if you had this egg, right? And you had to like walk around with the egg, but then when it was time to leave the egg, right, alone, like let's just say you leave it with someone else, right? You can't like call that person 24/7 and be like, yo, like FaceTime me, I want to see the egg. Like, I don't trust you and the way you're taking care of it. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like you're like, the egg will not break if I'm watching it 24 hours a day. So like I'm just gonna impose all my time, all my effort into this like egg, right? That's what it kind of feels like. Like there's something that is the egg for you, and you're like, I feel like it's a person, it's a relationship. It's like something that you really want, obviously. And I feel like you're like, I gotta like put all this into it, and this is like, and I feel like I get it. Again, it's the way you do things. You really give a fuck about it. You're gonna give a lot of your attention. You're gonna give a lot of your effort, and I get that. But they're trying to tell you that you need to detach because you've become too like enmeshed in it. Like again, it's like you're watching the egg 24/7, and you need to like let someone else like watch it for a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like the egg isn't going anywhere. Let's just say I had it like in this really safe box. It's not going anywhere. So you can trust that like I'm taking care of it, right? But I feel like there's something really aggressive about it that you're doing. And I get it because I feel like I'm the same way. But I feel like they're trying to tell you, or us, right, like to kind of not be attached to kind of let it go a little bit, to detach from it a little bit, to not really care if there's an outcome that you really want. Like if it's this person that you really want this person to like ask you out, you really want this person to like be there. Right, there's like something about this person that you like really want, so you're holding on to them like this, and they're trying to tell you that you have to like let go. Like if you really want this to be for you, the best thing to do is kind of let it go and see like if it comes to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like kind of like an overgiving thing, but in a different way, right? It's like, again, a lot of like gripping onto it so tightly, and they kind of want you to like let it loose so that the other person, I feel like, could kind of show you how much they like you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're putting all this effort and energy. It's like let the other person come back a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? And see if this is actually worth any of your time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if you put all the energy and all the time and all the effort into it, then it's like you're not really giving them a chance to like show you that they're even worth it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in your head you're like, this person's worth it. That's what I'm saying. There's this really aggressive nature to you. It's like, it is worth it. I know it is. And like, that's it. And it's so funny because it's like, they're trying to like tell you like, don't get attached to this outcome right now. Let's just see like what happens, kind of, which I feel like is kind of disappointing and annoying. But yeah, that's what they're trying to say. So yeah, Gemini, let's pull some more cards. So Gemini, I really want to know if this is you or someone else. Because, like, I feel like now I'm getting it's someone else, but in the beginning I was getting it's you. So I feel like maybe you guys are marrying each other a little bit, or this is something that you and, like, your soulmate do a lot, and it's kind of like, again, there's something here that I can't tell if it's you or them. But what I feel like is a cycle of, like, you basically, or them, pick your energy, it's you or them. I don't know exactly, like, if it's, again, pick your energy, but I feel like there's someone here who, like, always... It's like what I was saying with the condor. It's like in the meditative session, you're right to put all your, like, it's not about putting your eggs in one basket. It's like you really want something to happen, right? Like you have this, like, idea in your head of, like, an outcome that you want, right? It's like, say you want this relationship, you want this person. So I feel like you give it 100%, right? You're like, I'm gonna 100% give it. And I feel like that's like kind of not what they want you to do anymore. And I know it sounds weird. It's like, yeah, they want you to put 100% of your effort into it, but it's like at the times when it's needed. And then there's times when it's time for yourself, and it's time for you to do your own thing, and it's time for you to have those things that you do for yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like about, like, healthy relationship boundaries, right? And I feel like it's not that you're not, like, having those healthy boundaries. I feel like it's the way we do things. I do the same thing. It's like, when I'm not around the person that I like, I still think about them a lot, and I still worry about, like, what they're doing. And I think that's, like, a normal thing. Again, it's not, there's just this very thin line. That's what it is. It's a very thin line between, like, being there for someone and, like, being there for someone, right? Like, this very thin line is, I think, something we keep crossing. And I think that's what they're trying to say. It's like, the advice, I feel like, is that they love that you're, like, so passionate about, like, love, and you're passionate about a person. Like, that's like a good energy to be in. But they also want you to, like, protect yourself in a sense, right? And I know that's kind of weird, because it's like, I feel like when you think of the divine, you think of this, like, imaginary world, like, not imaginary, but this, like, perfect world, right? Where everything kind of just works out. And I feel like they're more realistic than even you are. Like, I feel like they're telling you, like, sometimes things don't work out. You have to, like, kind of protect yourself. Again, it's like you're giving 100% right now. And I feel like you have to wait and see, like, some sort of reciprocation. And I feel like it could be a cycle in your past where, like, you know, you give 100%, and then you find people kind of leaving, or you find people confused about, like they have a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want to put the work in. They're kind of like, again, it's like you're giving too much too quickly. And I know that sounds, like, annoying, but I feel like that's kind of what the message is. And I feel like, why do you give a lot? And I feel like why is because you want this outcome. Again, I think you really want this, like, Ace of Cups. You really want, like, this tangible, like, I mean, I feel like the Ace of Cups is not tangible like Earth. It's like, it's like fluid. It's like emotions, right? And this is what you want. But I feel like, again, there's something about the way you go about it. Yeah, I think it's all about your speed, right? Because these two birds are reminding me of each other. It's like your speed in which you're going is too fast. Like, look, the Two of Cups is in reverse with the Eight of Wands, and this is, like, the Condor. It's like you're gripping onto this too tightly, too quick, like, too hard. And it's like, let go of any attachments to an outcome. That's what they kept saying. It's like, give your time to this person, give your energy when they're, like, in your presence, you know, listen to them attentively, like, do what you need to do when you're in the presence of this person. But then again, there's, like, this thin line that I feel like you cross. Again, like, you're not even around that person, you're thinking of them, you're waiting on them, like, you're expecting something from them. And again, it's like, I feel like they still want you to do your own life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, have that thing where you do your own thing. Or maybe it's like when you're in, like, when you really like someone, it's hard for you to even be, like, 100% yourself. Again, like, maybe you stop going to hang out with your friends, you start hanging out with them more. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many ways that this reading could be taken, but what it really means is, like, to kind of keep those boundaries up where you're not moving too quickly. You're not, like, giving them everything all at once, because, again, there's something here about, I feel like there's something here about them. And like, it's not that they're mischievous, it's just that I feel like it doesn't end up working out when you act in this way where it's like you're giving them everything up front, like all 100%. And it kind of feels like it kind of feels counterintuitive. It's like, yeah, I think I should be honest with someone if I'm really like into them. I think I should be really upfront with somebody. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm just saying, again, there's like this amount of energy that you're putting into it that's like too much, right? Like, I feel like you're putting in like 110 and they're putting in like maybe 50. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, again, for everybody it's going to be different, right? But I feel like the main thing that they're trying to say is like, there needs to be like reciprocity, and you need to see it, right? And you have to like when you fall for somebody, when you really like somebody or you really want somebody, you don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, I'm set on this, I'm done, like, this is what I want, I'm gonna go for it, and that's it. And they're telling you that, like, kind of like, see how it goes, right? See how it goes. Like, don't give like all yourself, all your love, like everything to this person, especially as it feels like you just kind of met someone and you're already like head over heels for them, and you're like, I love this person, I want to be with them, I'm giving them everything, and then they end up like leaving, right? And this seems to be like a common situation that happens, and I feel like they're trying to tell you that it has something to do with you, right? With this 4 of Cups, this introspection, it has something to do with you. And like, I feel like because it's Cups, it has something to do with like, I think it has to do with like overgiving, to be honest. It's like you're giving your heart away like too quickly. You set your heart on them very quickly. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like you fall fast for these people, and then they're gone, and then you're like, where the fuck did they go? Do you know what I'm saying? And then I feel like you're the one that keeps up the relationship, because you're the one that's like, again, you already made your decision, you really want this person, that's it. And then they're like gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they're like headed out the door, and you just keep kind of pulling them back, right? Because you're so giving, it's like no one's gonna say no to you. But at the end of the day, it's not fair to you, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting here. That's like the vibe that I'm getting with this reading. It's kind of like they want you to be like more protective of yourself, create more boundaries for yourself, like keep living your own life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a form of codependency. It just feels like an unhealthy attachment. This is like all about attachments and like being detached, basically. These outcomes that you expect, and like grasping them very like lightly, right? Like, not, again, there's this thin line. That's what's so confusing. It's a very thin line between like that wanting to give and then like over giving. And I feel like that's what really confuses you, right? Like that there's such a thin line between like, what the fuck, like, again, you want to be really giving, you want to be really upfront, you really want to like show who you are. But I feel like what they're trying to tell you is that, honestly, I feel like it's some fuckery from the 3D, to be really honest. Like, I don't even feel, again, I feel like maybe you're like a starseed, or you're someone who doesn't really get it. Like, the way I'm kind of confused, it's like you're kind of confused. It's like you can't really be upfront with people. You can't really be like 100% with people. You can't really be like, it's like, yes, you can, but there's this thin line, right? It's like, you can't, it's like, no, they don't want you to give like 120%. Like, they want to make sure that you're getting that reciprocity. They want to make sure that the person you're investing time in is investing time in you. And that's what seems to be the problem here, right? It's like someone's kind of taking advantage of you. And I feel like the spirit realm, like this realm, this divine, like people, they're kind of sick of seeing it happen to you, because it's like they're trying to teach you something here, because they're tired of seeing like this happen to you, right? And I feel like I get what they're saying, but I get you at the same time, and I get what you're doing. So it's kind of like, it's this attachment that you have. For some people, it's more unhealthy, but for some people, I feel like it's not that unhealthy. I feel like they're just very, very authentic, and they really know what they want, and they go for it. And again, it's like there's some sort of level. Everybody has like their own, they're going to see this reading in their own way. Like, it's dependent on how you act, basically, like how extensive this reading like resonates with you. But I feel like there's just definitely a thin line, right, between like giving 120%, like, again, and then it causes this imbalance in you because you don't really understand it. But it's like these people that you're putting a lot of, like, you don't even know these people that well. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you don't know them that well. And I feel like, again, it's not that they don't want you to be like with integrity. It's not that they don't want you to be like lying and like scheming and like shit like that. It's that they want you to protect yourself. It's about like healthy boundaries, basically, this reading. That's what I would say. It's about healthy boundaries, that healthy give and take, that healthy like, and yeah, I feel like what they're trying to warn you at this very end is that I feel like this is a form of your shadow or your ego, or like there's something like that you're you know, when you really, again, it's like you really want someone to like, it's like in school, right? You really want someone to like you, right? So you like, you let them cheat on you on a test or some shit. And then they end up going out with the girl like in front of you. And then you're like, but I just gave you all the answers, right? And they're like, that's exactly what this is like. Yeah. Okay. So it's like you're in school and you're giving somebody the answers because you really like them. And then they're talking to the girl in front of you. And you're like so happy to help them out. It's kind of reminding me of like Never Been Kissed. You know, when she like really likes that guy and he like, she's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna, like I wrote notes for you. I did all the shit for you. And then he starts laughing at her. It's like, it's kind of like that. It's like you're over giving in a sense that I feel like you think you have to like compensate for something. It's like, I think it has something to do with like your self-worth, right? Like yellow, the solar plexus. Yeah. So I feel like that's what the problem is. It's like, until you learn that you are like worth everybody's time, until you learn that you're worth like so much more than this, you're gonna go after these like unhealthy relationships, or you're gonna go for people that I feel like are not gonna like respect you the same way that you deserve to be respected. So again, this reading is about like healthy boundaries. I feel like until you create those healthy boundaries, you're not going to kind of get the type of love that you want. You're not going to get the type of love that you deserve. So I feel like this is all about those boundaries of like overgiving. And again, there's this very thin line. So yeah, Gemini, let's see if there's any divine feminines. I hope this reading made sense. I feel like it was really hard for me to like say what it was. So you guys got Zhou Juanjing, the mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. I feel like they want you to come to peace with like who you are and understand that a way to peace for yourself, like a way to be at peace, is to let go of these like attachments, basically. Like not expecting a certain outcome, not overgiving, not like stepping over boundaries that you create for yourself. Let's just say you like create this boundary. It's like every day I have to, it's like you have to set something, like set like it's like establish a rule, right? And stick to that rule. Like I won't let anybody, you know, I don't know. It's like there's something you need to establish for yourself. Everybody's relationships with people are different, and everybody kind of knows where they give too much or they overgive. But this is like about boundaries, basically. Like you won't have this peace until you're able to set these boundaries, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's so important, and it's like it's not going to be the way that you've been doing it. Again, like you can't create something new from doing something the same way over and over again. You have to do something different, and what they want you to do different is create these boundaries, these healthy boundaries, and know that there's nothing like you're perfect. There's nothing wrong. Like yeah, we're always working on something, but like that doesn't mean that you should expect less from anybody, basically. So yeah, Gemini, I love you guys so much. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.